Hi, welcome to Trust the Profits. I'm the Formula. I'm joined with El Hombre. Over the next week, we are going over our top 5 Derby contenders leading up to the Derby. We're going to be going through them one at a time, one video at a time, so don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a single one. Also, we have special offers. El Hombre, do you want to talk about the offer?
Yeah, we've got a week-long premium membership offer, Churchill Downs, which starts, I think, this weekend, but this is Tuesday through Saturday of Derby week. You're going to get a premium. The premium package will be every day for Churchill Downs specifically through Derby Day, including the Oaks and Derby races, obviously, for one price. If you're interested in buying that, please shoot us an email, trusttheprofits@gmail.com, which is going to be displayed right here somewhere. Please shoot us an email and let us know you're interested.
Right, and this is our number 2 horse in terms of Derby contenders, and our horse at number 2 is Rock Your World. El Hombre, tell me about Rock Your World. What do you think of him at number 2?
Well, in all honesty, Rock Your World was not on our radar, 4 to 6 weeks ago. He's raced 3 times. He's undefeated, 3 for 3.
Boom. Yeah.
We're going to put him around a 9-2 morning line is our guess. Obviously, this is before the official post positions have been drawn or morning line odds have been drawn. Johnny Sadler with Joel Rosario, which, by the way, is a big controversy this week because Umberto Rispoli was supposed to be, or was the jockey, and successfully so, even at the Santa Anita Derby on Rock Your World. And why that change happened, obviously Rosario, one of the best jockeys in the industry,
right?
Kind of an insult to Rispoli, who's also one of the best in the business. I don't know,
and we're a big fan of Umberto. Let's just put that out there now. So
Umberto
we're both a
does
little
well
bit bummed about this.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously, if you're going to replace somebody and insult the world with something, Rosario's not a bad guy to do it with.
Yeah, that's for certain. Yes.
So a little more background. Why is Rock Your World out of the blue number 2? And a lot of people's number 1, and a lot of people's number 1 with a bullet. Last out, Santa Anita Derby. Easily defeated Medina Spirit, Dream Shake. Dream Shake was the sexy, this is the one who's going to come out of the blue and shock the world.
Yep.
AKA charlatan from last year. Rock Your World was the charlatan. He went into that race on his 3rd race. Made everybody look pretty bad, to be honest with you.
Yeah, made himself look really good.
Yeah, and the thing that stood out for me most was down the stretch they come, and he's got 2 of the best. I mean, Medina Spirit's been on the radar, top 5 or 10. At worst, the bottom half of the top 10 on everybody's radar horse all year.
Yeah.
And Rock Your World just crept away bored. I mean, and looked like he looked like he was running downhill against those 2. And that's 2 of the best runners, in the business at that time, especially on the West Coast. Seemed to be gaining speed. Like I said, I mean, I don't think that the distance, I don't hear anybody questioning the distance here. Rock Your World is hard to argue with for all the people. We've had a zillion comments on our other videos about Rock Your World and the strength that horse has and the potential to win. I got no argument for it. What do you got?
Distance shouldn't be an issue. I mean, that race that we just watched him in, Santa Anita, that's 1 1/8 right there. You don't really see too many tests before the Kentucky Derby that go out much further than that. So to me, he already answered the bell on that. The big question I see a lot of people raising is, hey, this is a turf horse, and this was his only race on dirt. I get the argument about turf horse versus dirt horse, but if you see a horse that does both and it has done it well, I mean, yeah, I'd like to see one more race where he blows everyone away on dirt, but obviously dirt doesn't seem to bother him. So to me, that's almost a non-starter. The only horse going into the Derby, other than Life is Good, who's now out of the Derby, that put up a triple-figure buyer, blew away everybody in that race, won the Pasadena Stakes before that. That was his first big race after breaking his maiden. The only other horse that I can remember from there was Red Flag, who was previously a horse that we had talked about way back in January. But yeah, just came on the scene recently. We didn't even have him really on our list, but that one race was really enough for me to say, okay, I recognize that this is a horse that deserves to be at least top 5. and I wish he didn't come on the scene this strong, because this is the horse that I really wanted to say that's my pick. Like you were talking about earlier with Known Agenda, this would have been the horse that everything I saw, I think, is going to win the Kentucky Derby, right? I am one of those people.
There's still a good shot you'll get a price on him. I mean, I think this is so spread, like we just talked about. I mean, even from Essential Quality on down, people are, it's going to be the chalky favorite, Essential Quality. I don't know. There's 2 through 10. I mean, you go all the way down to horses like Medina Spirit and that.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to take some money. If you hit especially if you're betting exacta, trifecta, superfecta, there's going to be a lot of money.
Yeah.
Spread out. It's not like, Justify, where it was 3 to 5 and the whole world was betting Justify,
or even last year at Tis the Law, right? Tis the Law was even getting hammered a little bit, not down to 1 to 5, but he was.
And I saw somebody earlier saying that Essential Quality was going to be, you're going to be lucky if you get 9 to 5. I disagree. I think there's so much. I think Rock Your World, Highly Motivated, Known Agenda, Hot Rod Charlie, all the way down through 12 horses are going to take money. And I think people are going to be surprised. I just don't see Essential Quality being less than 2 to 1.
Yeah, I think the thing that detracts, well, we'll talk about Essential Quality when we get to that race, but I think what works for Rock Your World in here is what you said, right? We have seen horses drop out, which probably could have helped the parity a little bit, but then horses like Rock Your World and Highly Motivated had kind of stepped in a little bit to take some of the heat off of the would-be favorite. The fact that he's undefeated moving into this spot, even though it was only one really big race that he won, but winning it convincingly, all these factors. Maybe there is a price to be had there on Rock Your World.
Yeah, I think he's going to be. I think the 9 to 2 morning line that we've fictitiously made up here is probably pretty close. I think.
Yeah.
He'll be between. Yeah, 9 to 2, maybe 6 to 1 at best.
Yeah,
but that's a good price with a horse that just, was bored. He was reading a frickin' magazine in the doctor's waiting room, bored out of his mind, waiting for some competition, and it didn't come. And we're talking about Medina Spirit, who again has been the trophy of your Derby contender all year. He's been in the top.
I'm pretty sure he finally finished the wire as he was finishing that race, right? I think he finally crossed off the last.
Having a beard.
Yeah.
He was having a beard on the stretch.
Not a worry in the world. Must have been nice.
So with that said, I think Rock Your World. Everybody saying that. And by the way, let's be clear too. Our top 5 contenders we're spotlighting here does not necessarily mean who we would bet. Because obviously, with the value, you gotta think value here. If Essential Quality is somewhere between 9 to 5 and 5 to 2, which he will be, that's probably not the best bet on the board. Whether you think he's going to win or not, I would take a flyer on Known Agenda at 8 to 1, Hot Rod Charlie at 10 to 1, things like that.
Yeah.
Before I would jam a ton of money into a 5 to 2 Essential Quality. Because. Rock Your World is number 2, for example, doesn't mean that that's our second best bet on the board. If he goes off 9 to 2, dude, I'm gonna have some money on that thing. Trust me. Especially the way he finished down the stretch there at Santa Anita, that was embarrassing.
Yeah,
it's gonna be the same type of race at at Churchill Downs. Forget about it. I don't know. I don't know that there's another horse that I would bet on. There's 4 horses I think that can win, and Rock Your World is right there. Man, right. I think the 4 horses I'm talking about betting to win here are all about even, and Essential Quality is probably the most likely, but it's the least payout. So I don't know. It's going to be awesome. This is super balanced. I've never been so indecisive about who the number 1 is as far as betting goes.
Wasn't like last year.
Yeah, I would have pushed all in on Tis the Law last year, by the way, and that was a losing bet. But
yeah,
I didn't know Baffert was going to jam Authentic full of juice. So we'll talk about that another time.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for joining us on our number 2 Kentucky Derby Contender Spotlight. We have one more coming up, so don't forget to hit subscribe so you know when that one drops. We will be getting it to you before the Kentucky Derby. Thank you, everyone, for joining, listening, and watching.